What's up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to review Bel-Air Season 2, Episode 5. So if you have not seen the 5th episode of Season 2 of Bel-Air, turn this video off. Go watch it, and come back and watch this video. Anything I say is my opinion, my thoughts, my expressions. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. This is words coming out of my mouth and how I feel. I am not a public speaker, so I will be stuttering a bit, pausing, looking at my notes to make sure that I'm on point with what I'm talking about, things like that. And yeah, my mouth tends to get dry, so I usually have my trusty dusty big water bottle, but both of my water bottles is super frozen, so I ain't had time to like let them thaw out, so I just got a regular water bottle. God, it's so good. I was so thirsty. Okay. Last chance, if you have not seen episode 5 of season 2 of Bel-Air, turn this video off because I'm about to spoil the whole episode. I like to grade the episodes before and after my review videos. I'm gonna grade this episode I'm gonna grade it a B+. It didn't give me a lot. I mean, it finally revealed some things about Jeffrey, but other than that, all right. But let's get into it. So the first scene, Will, he at AAU, he training with the players, and Scout, he watching them, seeing how good he is, like watching them train and stuff, telling them to be better, like basically, training them like a coach supposed to do. So so practice in, and some of the players, they like coming at Will, basically saying he don't got what it takes to join. I mean to play with them, this, that, and the third. And meanwhile, Doc Niece like in the background, like watching. Oh, excuse me. So Will feeling kind of down, like out of place. Oh, excuse me, like kind of out of place or something, or things like that. So then we get Aunt Viv and Jeffrey. They talking. I was like, oh, this is cute. But I was like, it better not go no further than this, because like I said previously, Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv, like if this wasn't a show, they'd be a bomb looking couple. Like they look good as a couple. But anyway, Viv and Jeffrey, they talking. What are they talking about? Oh, they talking about Viv's fellowship, and they talking about Viv's fellowship and how she think her. I don't know who this woman's supposed to be. I guess she's her fellowship advisor. I don't know who she's supposed to be, but she's played by the light skin, the woman that played light skin at Viv in the sitcom. I don't know her name for real, but she plays her. And I don't know if she's Viv's faculty advisor or what she's. I mean, not faculty advisor, fellowship advisor, or what she's supposed to be or whatever. But Viv telling Jeffrey that basically she being difficult, and she was like she might need Jeffrey to intervene because she got because the woman got a crush on Jeffrey, a little crush on Jeffrey. So they joke about that, and Viv tries to open up because you remember Uncle Phil told Viv in previous episode that Jeffrey being secretive and they want to know what's going on or whatever. So, and Viv was like, "Did you talk to him?" So now we get, after they joking about the woman or whatever, Viv is telling Viv telling Jeffrey, my mouth is super dry this time. I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water this review. But Viv, she's telling what's his name? She's telling Jeffrey, she's like, I missed you. I missed these moments and things like that. So she's leading to like, how are you doing or whatever. So Jeffrey was like, do you mean how are me and Phil doing? And Viv was like, ultimately, like, yeah. So he like, we holding up basically. And Viv was like, well, he needs you because he don't know who he can trust because his partner doing all this shady stuff at the firm. And Jeffrey like, yeah, he know, things like that. So we get that little part. My hair about to blow me, bro. It's keep getting in my face. It don't look right having it down like this. I'm just like, all to one side, please. So back at the AAU facility, Doc Niece basically telling Will that the players, they came from, they came from poverty and like low income environments. You know, they came from the struggle, things like that. So they don't appreciate the fact that Will came from a Bel-Air mansion and all that. Even though Will like grew up in the hood before he got to the Bel-Air mansion, so it's kind of like, but they don't know that, I guess. Maybe if they tried to get to know him, but I digress. So she basically just tell him, I mean, show them who you made of, and like don't let them get to you. Scout pop up. Yeah, Scout pops up on in their conversation, basically telling Will like he gotta like pick it up, like do better. Like he good, but he could be better. Basically, telling him he could be better, whatever. Tell him like get ready because tomorrow we taking laps. Will don't know how to swim, so he like and she was like, don't tell me you don't know how to swim. Jackie, the girl name is Jackie. I told you I'm gonna start learning these people's names because I kept calling her Doc's niece, but her name is Jackie. So Jackie telling Will like so you don't know how to swim? And Will was like, Will trying to play it off, make it seem like he don't know. I mean, he do, but so then Uncle Phil he comes to Ashley, giving her this letter from Big Ashley, telling her like, yeah, she got a big settlement in the case, and she moved closer to home, and she working at some school that's closer to her house or whatever. And Uncle Phil making it seem like Big Ashley's doing well or whatever. And Ashley's still feeling down. She she had to move away to like get another job, and like Ashley, Ashley's still feeling guilty. So Uncle Phil stepped off, and Ashley opened up the letter, and basically the letters from Big Ashley basically saying like she's thanking Ashley for like her fight in trying to save her job, and telling her to not change who she is and always like stay educated about her culture and things like that. So it was just like it was a sweet message, and I feel like in that moment Ashley felt like the guilt was probably lifted, because like now Big Ashley, she thanking her, telling her that she's in the better, she's doing good and things like that. So I feel like that letter was exactly what Ashley needed to feel better. Even though Will tried to cheer her up in the last episode, telling her she was the hope of the family, things like that. Which she seemed like she was cheered up, but Ashley might have her ups and downs. I'm drinking so fast that water I'm gonna be drinking it all. So we get this scene, everybody in the classroom, they waiting to hear the nominations for the Founders Award. So we'll like amping to Carlton up, telling them, oh, like, you got this in the bag, don't worry about it, this, that, and the third. They start naming, they turn on the intercom, they start saying the nominees' names. And then the last name they end up saying is Will name. So Will looking shocked as hell. He like, oh, snap. And Carlton looking like, Carlton already knew what it was. So Carlton already looking like, oh, here we go with this. This is what we doing, basically. And then the little black, hold on, because I was about to call her the black president girl at the BSU, a.k.a. Carlton's crush. I've been calling her that all this time, but I think they said her name this episode, and I believe that I wrote it down. Did I write her name down? Oh, I don't think I wrote her name down, did I? We might have to get one more review of me saying the black BSU girl. I'm not about to go through all this. If I find her name as I go through these notes, then I say it. But the black president girl at the BSU who Carlton got a crush on. So she when they say Will's name for the nominations, she does like this little smirk. So we know that she has some involvement in it. We know she do. So everybody out in the hallways giving praise to Will, congratulating Will for an award he didn't even know he was going to win. Carlton was like, "Do you even know what the award mean?" Will was like, he don't know, and he don't even know who voted for him. He was like, "Don't worry about it, Carlton, because I'm not even trying to be nominated. Like, I don't even know who nominated me." So then the black BSU president girl that Carlton got a crush on, she pop up in the conversation talking about something. Oh, the BSU voted for you. And they was basically saying like we felt like you was the right candidate after what you did at the protest, basically stuff like that. So Will walk off, and then Carlton basically telling the girl, oh, I get it. You feel like I betrayed you by not speaking at the protest to get the Founders Award nomination. So you went behind my back and like got everybody to vote Will in as a nominee and all that stuff. And the girl, the black BSU girl, she was like, I mean, basically she said, yes, that is what I did. But she said it like in a smarter way to make it seem like it wasn't undermining. But then she was also like, why is it a bad thing anyway? Two black students nominated for this award, which never usually happens. So it's a good thing. It's a win-win. So it's like Carlton was like, So it was just like weird, and it was like she don't owe you nothing. She don't owe you that. But I do feel like why do that when I don't even think Will care about it. So it's just like at least Carlton care about the award and know what it stands for and all that. Will would just win, and then he'd just be like, okay, I got a Founders Award. But we see later in the episode, Will starts to care about it, whatever. Yep, she said She said Will was a good choice. He was a better choice. She said he was a better choice than Carlton. That's what she said. And I was like, oh snap, he's a better choice. I mean, Will standing on what he believe in. Carlton's like freezing up. I mean, don't, like I always say, like anxiety is super real, but like Carlton keep what's the word? Carlton keep freezing up. So what you expect? So Will he asking Lisa how to can she teach him how to swim and stuff like that. And she all hesitant at first. She like, you sure you want me to teach you and all that? He was like, you be my best teacher, all that. So Lisa says, oh yeah, and then Will was like, I ain't want to bother you because I know you be with old boy Drew. And she was like, oh, I ain't messing with Drew no more after what he did with Carlton at the bowling alley. And Will was like, yeah, I was gonna tell you he wasn't good for you and all that. So Lisa's starting to feel like, I feel like throughout this whole episode, Lisa started to feel like that she can get Will back until she sees something that we're gonna talk about later down the road. But so initially, I mean, ultimately, that's the word I've been looking for. Every review I always be saying initially or eventually. It's ultimately. That's the word I've been looking for. But yeah, ultimately, Lisa says yes. So Will was like, thank you. That's why you my girl. And Lisa was like, oh, I'm your girl now. And Will was like, you gonna always be my girl, like in a friend. He says it in like a friendly type of way. Lisa, she walking off, she cheesing ear to ear when she heard that. And I was like, that's why I said, like, Will gotta be careful. Shoot, niggas in general gotta be careful about the way they say stuff and way they express stuff to women. Oh my God, what a bussin'. So then we get this scene in the influencer house. One of the little influencers, they on the phone, basically saying like things was better when Kylo was running the influencer house, and Hillary was like, no, like once I get this Simply Spike deal off the ground, once I get it signed or whatever, we gonna be lit in here, and we ain't even gonna care about no Ivy's Ivy 2.0, whatever the drink is Ivy got. And the influencer girl, like, you said this last week and the week before. Da, da, da. And Hillary was like, it's going to take time. Like, basically, what'd she tell her? Yeah, Hillary was like, it's going to take time. And the influencer girl was telling Hillary, like, all we got to do is get Ivy and her following. And, like, it'll blow up just like that. And Hillary, and then plus, Ivy told Hillary no about the Simply Spike thing. So Hillary just like, no, we don't need Ivy and all that. We just got to get some popping public social situations and things like that and get our following up. It's like basically saying they can do it on their own without Ivy. She basically telling them that they can do it without Ivy. She's like, just trust me and give me some time, and I promise I'm going to get us to where we want to be at. So, I don't know. Hillary, I don't know what's going to go on with that Hillary and Ivy situation. Ivy ain't even been on the past, 2 episodes? But I guess she's going to pop up after the deal was already done with Hillary and Simply Spike, which I feel like is BS. Like, why pop up after the deal has been done? what's gonna happen with her drink? Because Ivy's the bankroller, so it's just like, but I'm wondering. I don't know how the logistics of stuff work, but I'm wondering if Hillary does get the Simply Spike deal, does that mean like since they're endorsing the drink in the house, do they fund it and like it don't even matter if Ivy is the money? I don't know. A lot of questions when it comes to that part. So Will old basketball teammate come up to him at his locker, basically telling him congratulations about the Founders Award, telling him how he thought it was effed up that he got kicked off the team and the team missed him. He was talking about how he even tried to get the coach to get him to come back on the team. And Will was like, "Oh, don't even worry about it. Like I'm at AAU now. I'm good. This, that, and the third." And the dude was like, good for you, congratulating them again and all that. And he was like, I just wish you didn't have to feel like you had to go over there. And he felt a way about. He was saying that he felt like Will couldn't be himself with the Bel-Air team, so he was like, I'm sorry you had to go somewhere else to feel like you could be yourself and things like that. And Will was like, nah, don't even worry about it, bro. Like, basically just like, nah, we good and all that. So I was like, this dude seemed like a cool dude. Like, he always seemed to be the one that Will always has like a conversation with. They give him most of the scenes as being one of the players on the team. So he seemed like a cool dude. He come up and congratulate him. Like, I thought he was gonna be salty when Will said he's playing the AAU, but he gave him congrats on that. Even apologized, making him feel like. And Will was like, nah, you ain't never make me feel like that way, things like that. So I thought that was cool. I think dude cool. Who was this? Oh, so we get this part of Phil and Jeffrey. They in Phil's office talking about how Phil firm just lost like one of their biggest clients, or they're on the verge of losing like their biggest client, something like that. So they was like, maybe we should set a meeting with said client to like announce your return, Phil, because maybe he left because you wasn't at the firm no more, but now we can meet up with him and tell him that you back and things about to be back in order or whatever the case may be. And then maybe if we could keep this big client, it'll stop us from having to do the merger that the partner was speaking of in the last episode. It's a what? Yeah, they said maybe this will be able to stop the. Yeah, I be having to make sure. So they think maybe if they keep this big client, that it'll be able to stop the merger that the partner spoke of. It said something about an acquisition. I don't even know what that is, but I just wanted to throw that word. I wrote that word down because it sounded important. Yeah. Then Phil was like, ultimately Phil was like, it's so good to have you back, Jeffrey. Like, 'cause Jeffrey handling stuff. They got through that. They talked that whole situation out and they came up with that solution. So that's why Phil was like, it's good to have you back, Jeffrey. You always think of the smart stuff. So, Carlton's old bestie, the one he used to, I think he's the one that said nigga in like the first season, and Will had to like check him. But he used to be friends with Carlton, but they used to be closer until Will came around. But he come over to Carlton trying to like fake congratulate him. Cause he got nominated too. So he like, yeah, feels great to be nominated, but at the same time, like, they nominated your cousin, and like, what did he say? He thought he was, what he called him? Yeah, he talking about some thanks to he talking some now Will's nominated thanks to his little Malcolm X stunt. And I was just like, this nigga stay saying racist stuff. But he was like, thanks to Will's little racist stunt. Thanks to Will's little Malcolm X stunt. Now he's nominated and he might win. This, that, and the third. Carlton ain't trying to hear him. He's like, what are you over here for? Your congratulations was super shady. Why are you talking to me, basically? And basically, he's trying to offer Carlton some drugs. He's like, I got that if you need it. He's like, I know you going through it, especially after what happened at the bowling alley. Carlton was like, nah, get the F out of my face. Like, nah, I don't want that ish, this, that, and third. Dude was like, all right, I'm going to look out for you. And then just gave him something for free. I'm just like, that'd be the problem. Like, But that's how sales start. Like you give it to them for free, make them want more, then they come back double the price, stuff like that. But still though, I was just like really? That's another racist move, trying to get a black man addicted to drugs when he already going through anxiety and going through mood swings and things like that. And you trying to get him hooked on some drugs and stuff like that. And he already taking drugs. So like it was just like I just felt like that was just irritating. But Carlton, he takes the drugs. He says no, but then the dude give them to him for free anyway. So Carlton take the drugs and he go in the bathroom in the bathroom stall. So I'm thinking, oh snap, he about to give in and take the drugs. So I thought I thought that he flushed the drugs. So I was like, good for you, Carlton. You flushed the drugs. That's right. Don't give in, because that dude is a dickhead anyway. Like, don't listen to him. Like, don't give in. Like, I don't care if he gave it to you for free, all that. So it's just like, and it's like he gave it to you for free. You never know. That stuff could be laced, or he could be doing something to set you up. You never know you never know with anything. So I was like, kudos to Carlton for flushing it, or so I thought. So I was like, kudos to Carlton for flushing it, though, and having that self-control. Yeah. So then we get Phil. He at a restaurant. He's supposed to be meeting with the big client, basically like to tell him about his return to his firm. But instead of the said client popping up, and like some old law buddy of him, I guess they went to law school together, or they might have had a situation. I don't know. They didn't really say. But she pops up. They're old friends, so they like chatting it up. Like she pop up on him, and she ends up telling him that she is the one that's poaching his biggest client, and she basically got him, basically about to have him or got him already or something like that. So Viv, she's showing the painting to light-skinned Viv from the sitcom, because I don't know her name on the show. I don't remember it yet, and I don't know her position on the show neither. I want to say she's Vivian's fellowship advisor, but I could be wrong. But she's played by the light-skinned Viv from the sitcom. So Viv showing her the paintings, and Viv, what she say to her? Basically just saying everything wrong, like saying, oh, this need to change, that needs to change, this, that, and the third. Vivian looking at her like, oh my God, like super irritated. So we know, like, and then Vivian said earlier in the episode when she was talking to Jeffrey, like this woman's making it difficult for me. So we could tell that Vivian's irritated by this woman. She's been very difficult to work with or deal with, things like that. So back to Phil and this woman, who I guess is an old friend of his, maybe a fling, whatever, works for the law firm that's poaching his biggest client. So they basically they talking about each other's spouses, what lasted, what didn't happen, what did happen, what didn't work out, what did work out, whatever, things like that. She asks about Viv. He tells her about Vivian, her art. She getting back to her art, things like that. So they get to talking about the client, whatever. So basically, the woman, she was like, I'll give you your client back if you make a deal with me. But they don't say what the deal is. But they say it later on in the episode, but they don't say it at this particular moment. But she was like, I got a deal for you. And then the scene cuts away to Lisa trying to teach Will how to swim. So Lisa was like, listen to the sound of my voice. And, Will saying all the right stuff. And Lisa's still feeling Will, but Will don't realize it. So she like, listen to the sound of my voice. And Will like, your voice is the only thing that keeps me. No, what did he say? Yeah, he said, your voice the only thing giving me peace and stuff like that. So Lisa just looking like, oh my God. Her face is like reading as he's saying all the right stuff, basically. So Lisa lets Will go ultimately, and he ends up like, he realizes he's floating. He's like, oh, I'm swimming, I'm doing it. So then we get another mother-daughter scene. Why did I write it like this? I don't know. But we get another mother-daughter scene with Hillary and Viv. We haven't gotten too many Viv and Ashley mother-daughter scenes. But we did get a Uncle Phil and Ashley scene, but that was short and sweet, but it was cute. But I'm just like, show more love to the littlest one. The littlest one need more scenes, and she need more affection from these parents and stuff. Not just Will. Like, she done had more scenes with Will than anybody on the cast, I think. And like, where's the big sister, little sister scenes and stuff with Hillary and Ashley? I don't know. I want stuff like that. But anyway, we get Hillary and Viv. Hillary basically telling Viv she want to give up. She don't even think the influencer thing is for her no more. And what Viv tell her? Yeah, and then Hillary saying she don't think she could do it without Ivy, and the influencers are on her back and all that. And Viv also mentions how that she's upset that light skinned Viv is from the sitcom is making like all these changes to the art show and stuff like that. So they talking about their problems basically, like they getting their frustrations off through each other and stuff. Viv basically telling Hillary like, make your moves without Ivy, and the influencers will see that you can do boss things too, and they'll be riding with you. That's all you gotta do basically. And Hillary was like, basically telling her mother like, your art show is gonna be great no matter what this woman makes changes of. It's still gonna be you, authentically you, things like that. And then when Viv tells Hillary like, basically like, boss up without Ivy to prove yourself to the influencers, Hillary was like, well, yeah, you know what I could do to make that happen? I need an event that's like big and showcasing black stuff, and like basically an event to publicize, to get her followers up and her friends, her influencer friends, followers up and stuff like that. So she was like, "Can I do it at your art show?" So Viv was like, "Of course. Like anything I do, you can involve yourself if it helps you flourish, basically." So the mother-daughter scenes are always like encouraging. They always loving on each other. But I need more mother-daughter scenes with Ashley too. I need more scenes with Ashley, period. Ashley don't be having a lot of scenes. So, oh dang. Oh yeah, I had already said, yeah, Hillary wanted to use publicity for the influencer house by using Aunt Viv's art event. And Aunt Viv says yes. Yep. So Lisa and Will, they in the pool, you know, little funny, friendly stuff, splashing water on each other, stuff like that. And Will, as they doing this little funny little moment, splashing water on each other and stuff, like Lisa's secretly bringing Will into like the deep end of the pool, and Will don't notice it until after the fact. He was like, "Oh, I'm swimming. I didn't even realize I'm swimming." So Lisa was like, "See, you had it. You got it, whatever." They had this little awkward pause where it looked like they about to kiss, but they don't. And then Will was like, "Thanks, Lisa," and then kind of like swims a little. They have a little friend moment. Will brings it back to that friendly feeling about something. Thanks, Lisa. Lisa's face was just saying it all. Lisa's face was saying it all this episode. She even says it all towards the end too. So Lisa, you know, she in there helping Aunt Viv because you know Viv asked her to be her assistant a couple of episodes back. So Lisa in there assisting Aunt Viv with the art show, asking her what the fellowship advisor thinks of the whole thing. Because Vivian, at this point, didn't care. She said, because she took Hillary's advice, she was like, you're going to do it, you're going to make it authentically you. So Vivian said she scrapped all the stuff that the fellowship advisor said that she had to do whatever, and made it and put it back to the way she wanted it and how she liked it. And Lisa was like, you sure she going to be okay with this, the fellowship advisor? And Viv was like, I don't know, but I don't care. Like, it's going to be mine. Yeah, as she should. Shoot, she's the fellow. Like, it's her fellowship. It's her art show. Like, I don't even know. Like, maybe they did say who light skin on Viv character's supposed to be on this show, but I don't remember what they said her character's supposed to be. So in my mind, this is Viv's art show, and this woman has no say so in my mind. But they making it seem like she has some say so. So I'm assuming she must have some authority over Viv and this art show. I don't know. But then we get Lisa talking too damn much. So Lisa telling Viv, like, what she say to her? She was like, I'm so proud of you for getting this art show together and all that. And I know you happy about that. And on top of that, I know today makes you happy because Carlton and Will got nominated for the Founders Award. And Viv was like, "Oh, I didn't even know that." And Lisa get to going on. She was like, "Yeah, I'm so glad for Carlton, especially after what happened at the protest." And Viv was like, "What happened at the protest?" And I was like, "Oh God." And Lisa was like, "Oh God," in her head. I was just like, "Bruh, like, read the room. If she didn't know about the nominations, maybe she's like, that's when you try to like lean into questioning to see if she know about the panic attack." I was just like, "Damn, Lisa, read her tone. She didn't know about one thing, she might not know about the other, and you just spilled the beans on two things." What? Did I skip something? Oh yeah, I did skip something. Yeah, so after Lisa done ran her mouth, we get to see Will and Carlton. So Will, this was right. I think this was right after. No, it wasn't right after. It was later on in the day. So Will asking Carlton what did the dude want that his old friend that gave him the free drugs. So his name is Connor. I wrote that, but I didn't write the BSU girl name. I can't believe that. Anyway, so he was like, "What did Connor want?" Basically, and Carlton told Will, he was like, he basically, what he told him? Basically told him like he just was like trying to be his friend and all that, buddy up to him and stuff. And Will was like, "Nah, I don't think that dude's not a good dude for you," things like that. Basically telling him like he ain't a good dude for you. Carlton's like, "Yeah, I know, I ain't messing with fool no more. Like, I'm done. I ain't messing with him no more." But he had this feeling like you could see in Carlton's face that he looking like he might start copping from Connor. You never know. And that's why Connor gave him that first free round. So so after Lisa spilled the beans, Viv she goes to Phil, tells him about Carlton's panic attack at the protest. And I think Lisa told Viv that Will knew too. I mean, well, of course Will knew because Will was dead. So Viv and Uncle Phil know that Will knew too. Will didn't tell them. So Phil like, "How you want to handle it?" And Viv was like, I was waiting on you so we can strategize. And I was like, see, they so lit as a couple, even on screen. On screen, they're so lit as a couple, aesthetically, like looks wise, all that communication, all that. Off camera, they look like a couple. Like if they was together, they would be a bomb. They looking couple. They would like a nice looking couple. So then we get these two separate scenes on Phil. So on Viv and Uncle Phil, they both confront Carlton and Will about the Carlton's panic attack at the protest. So on Viv, she go to Carlton, Uncle Phil go to Will. So on Viv, come to Carlton like, "Why didn't you tell me about the protest?" Things like that. Carlton telling her he didn't think it was such a big deal. He didn't want them to worry, up his meds, start being more overbearing, things like that. Uncle Phil asking Will why he didn't tell them, and Will was like, "Well, I just didn't want to, like, I didn't want to put Carlton in a bad spot." And he said Carlton told him it wasn't a big deal, and like we got through it, this, that, and third. And ultimately, like Viv and Carlton tells Viv like it's all okay, like I'm doing better now, things like that. Viv says she says she believes him. So I don't know if that's gonna be the end of that. And then Uncle Phil, he's like, "Yeah, I should have realized that us having you spy on your cousin, like, and reporting back to us was a lot, basically." So yeah, it was just like a lot. So they didn't get in trouble. They just had a little talking to. But Uncle Phil and Viv feel like they feel like they came to an agreement, understanding, whatever you want to call it. Who is this? Oh, yeah, I wrote some other stuff. Carlton, he told Viv that his doctor even said that he'll have good days and bad days, and that was just a bad day, and he doing good and all that. So, but Viv, she said she believes him when he says okay. So that's that for now. Oh dang, what's another part? Well, yeah, Uncle Phil, he telling Will when Will told him sorry for not telling you about Carlton. He told him like, you got to be that person for Will. I mean, for Carlton, because he don't really have nobody that he could really communicate to, and Will was like, I do. Of course, I will be. Absolutely. Like, I want the best for my cousin, stuff like that. So, Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv, they believe in everything that Will and Carlton's telling them. So, it's all good for now in the neighborhood. So, we get to the art show scene. Art show happens. Viv, she walking around, taking it all in, feeling like she did a good job. Everybody's walking around, enjoying the artwork and things like that. Lisa come up to her, you did so good, it's so amazing. Here come light skin Aunt Viv from the sitcom. I didn't approve, none of this, all this stuff looked different. Da, 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 da. So Viv was about to say something, Jeffrey come over there like, hey, I was just about to go do something. You want to join me? Puts his arm out. And she was like, oh, hey, Jeffrey, yes, I do, matter of fact. So they walk off, Vivian behind her, like, thank you, saying thank you, whispering thank you to Jeffrey for, like, whisking her away. She was about to try to get in Viv ass about the damn art show. So Jeffrey came to save the day. Spoiling her with saying mad compliments. So I'm like, you look lovely and all that. And then he got the British accent, so baby, that's already... Jeffrey like 007, okay? So then we get this little part, the influence. So like we know, Hillary and her little influencer friends are there, like trying to get more publicity for the influencer house or whatever. So her influencer friends, they like trying to take pictures and stuff and trying to like tag the artists to give them recognition or whatever they want to do. And some of the artwork is like by anonymous. And Hillary was like, no, they supposed to all have names on them. So that was like some problem. But they never got back to that, so I don't know what that scene was about. They never got back to that scene. Like, some of the paintings didn't have names, they just had it anonymous. But yeah, so Viv apparently invited Doc Scout there. So she walked up to him, she thanking him for coming. And he was like, no, thank you for inviting me, and thank you for letting my niece do a dance performance here. Because, his niece do the ballet dancing and all that. So he was like, thank you for that. And she was like, no problem. Like, I didn't even have a dancer for my art show. Like, so that was just perfect. That was just perfect for me, basically. Wait. Oh, so then we get a performance from Doc's niece and her dancers. So we get a performance from Doc's niece and her dancers and stuff. And it was a nice little, like, tap dancing and step routine, whatever. So then the influencers, they come up to Hillary. They like, I appreciate the calls and all that. I really understand what you're trying to do here and all that. But, like, this is kind of dry. Like, ain't nothing happening. It was like they not feeling the event. Hillary's like, this hold on tight. I got a surprise for y'all coming in a little bit. I got a surprise. So then we get Lisa and Doc niece, Jackie. So Lisa and Jackie, they meet. Oh yeah, they met briefly right before Doc's niece, right before Jackie did the dancing, because Lisa had to like show them where the dressing room was at, stuff like that. So they give each other little compliments. Jackie's like, I like that dress, or I like them boots or something like that. So, and Lisa was like, you gonna do good out there, because Jackie was like, she kind of nervous. But then they meet again, I think, after the, yeah, so they met again. I mean, not met again, but they see each other again. Yeah, that's how they met, yeah. They met right before Jackie's performance. Yeah, Jackie was nervous. Lisa had to show her the room. The little compliments, Jackie complimented the boots. Lisa telling Jackie she gonna do good out there, this, that, and the third. Then, excuse me. So, Scout, so Will come up to Scout. They still at the art show. Will come up to Scout, and Scout basically telling Will, like, don't let them dudes get to you. Like, you got one thing that they don't got. It's like the education side of things. And, like, sometimes you can't get nowhere in the league without education. Basically telling them that. So, like, basically telling him to keep his head up, telling him he got the good academics, and they don't have the privileges that he has and things like that. And then Will even tells him about about his Founders Day award nomination, and Will was telling him how he don't even really care about it, and Scout told him like, look, this the type of stuff that colleges and leagues look for and things like this. So it's a good thing you got nominated for that award. So that started to get Will thinking like, oh, maybe this award is a good thing. So Ashley, she's looking at a portrait, or it was a poem or something by Phyllis Wheatley. So Viv, she come up, she's telling her who she is. Phyllis Wheatley, first black published poet, first black female published poet, and telling her how she was just Ashley's age that she is now when she got that title and things like that. And Lil Ashley was like, I never learned this type of stuff in school and things like that. And Viv was telling her like, that's why we gotta inform ourselves and keep ourselves educated and things like that. And she was like, and that's why I'm so glad that you had a teacher like Big Ashley, because like Big Ashley will teach you things like this. So they get that little scene, and I was like, okay, we get. I was like, yeah, okay, we do get a mother-daughter Ashley scene, but it was at the art show. I needed something homely, and why is it still about Big Ashley? I don't know. Anyway, so so Phil telling Jeffrey about his meeting with the woman at the firm, basically telling Jeffrey that she wants to merge her firm with his, and that's the way he can get the big client. And she wants him to be the what she want him to be? She wants Phil to be senior partner. So Jeffrey just like, did you talk to Viv about it and things like that? And Jeffrey was like, I haven't yet. I'm still trying to find out the logistics of everything before I even bring this to her, stuff like that. So they get that little. So they talk about that. Who's that? So then we get this little scene with Carlton and Jazz. They basically like playing, like basically saying what they think people's lives are that's in the room in this art show room and stuff. They're like, that guy look like Blade, and he probably don't even do this and do that. He probably eat his food this way. Some stuff they were saying. So then dudes turned around and they was talking about, and it turned out to be this famous football player or something like that. So Jazz go up to him, giving him all his props, compliments, basically kissing his ass, like, you a good football player, saying his stats, like saying you that boy, all that. So he was like, what you doing here, basically? He was like, Hillary invited me and whatever. He was like, so how you know the Banks family? He was like, he was like, I'm friends with Hillary. He was like, we used to date. So then Hillary pop up. It got hella awkward when he says this. So Hillary was like, my ex-boyfriend beat my current boyfriend. I was like, oh, Lord. So Viv, she gave this speech. She thanking everybody for coming, saying that she wants to, like, leave a respectful legacy, like many artists before her. Basically just saying, like, giving her speech, because she put all this together and thanking everybody for coming. Oh, yeah, so then we get this scene with I was too early. Then we get this scene with Jackie, Doc's niece, and dancers dancing, doing a little tap routine, dance, whatever. And Hillary standing by her ex while she watching this dance show. Jazz looking across the room at them. And he making faces, like, I can't tell if he irritated, jealous, or whatever, because his face kind of still has, like, a smirk on it. So it's just, like, I feel like he has one of those, his face is saying to me, like, this is some bull, this is some BS. Like, that's how I feel like his face was saying, like, this is some real BS, huh? Real BS. Never told me about him, huh? That's how I felt like his face was saying, but he didn't say it out loud. So Jazz, he asking Hillary, dang, is that right after the dance? Yeah. So Jazz, he asking Hillary, like, why y'all break up, basically? And Hillary was like, well, he moved away, and I wasn't trying to do the long distance thing. And Jazz was like, oh, so that mean if he wouldn't have moved, y'all would have still been together, this, that, and the third. And Hillary was like, don't worry about all that. Just like, basically, like, he was the past, and we together now. Like, I'm with you now. And then her little influencer friends cut her off, and like, oh my God, I can't believe you got such and such here, her ex here, and we need to go take some pictures with him and get some content going for the influencer house. And Hillary was like, give me 1 second. And Jazz was like, nah, go ahead, go ahead. And Hillary was like, okay, baby. Gave him a kiss. Then went over there. Jazz feeling away. So, Hillary walk over there. They all giving props to Hillary. Like, oh, yeah. And then got the whole family, as she walks away with the influencers or whatever, her ex is like talking to Phil, Uncle Phil, then Aunt Viv come over there, then Hillary, then Carlton. They all like showing him love, embracing him and all that, talking to him. So Jazz sees that he was like real close with the Banks family, so he fell away because they ain't doing all that with Jazz. Only like probably Will and Carlton. So yeah, I saw Jazz looking from a distance, looking defeated. Yeah. So yeah. So after the dance or whatever, Jackie's like thanking Lisa for the encouraging words that she gave her before the show. Lisa was like, "No, don't worry about it. Like you was absolutely great." They having a little kiki. Then Will walks up. He was like, you did your thing, telling Jackie she did her thing. They kiss on the lips. That catches Lisa off guard. She turned her head real quick. And then Will was like, oh, my bad. Jackie, this is Lisa. Lisa, this is Jackie. They smiling like basically like we already met, basically. But then Lisa was like, well, I didn't know that y'all two knew each other. So then it was awkward, and then Lisa like steps off. So Jackie asks Will, like, what's up with Lisa? So Will telling Lisa, like, oh, we just friends. And Jackie was like, just friends, huh? He was like, well, we had a little thing. And Jackie was like, well, it don't seem like she knew that. I mean, it don't seem like she just friends with you. And, like, you should clarify that. Basically saying she should clarify that. Because Jackie says, like, Lisa don't think y'all just friends. So Will goes to Lisa, tries to apologize to her about Jackie. Basically telling her, like, I thought we was, like, on the friend level, and I thought you was cooling with Drew, this, that, and the third. And Lisa was like, oh, no, don't worry about it. But Lisa also says, like, I just thought, like, we was just going through the motions, and we was going to eventually end up together. I mean, back together. She doesn't say that specifically, but in so little words, she says that basically, like, I thought we was going to end up back together and all that. So Lisa was just like, so Will was just like, dang, I of course I wanted to be friends. You like one of my best friends. And Lisa basically tell him, like, I can't be friends with you right now. Like, you know how the movies be when somebody, one of them still in love and the other one not. He's like, I can't just be your friend. So Lisa's like, we can't be friends right now, no more. So I was like, oh, damn, Lisa and Will's relationship is getting worse. I thought it was going to get better, especially after these 2 episodes. Now I'm still nervous. Like, is Lisa and Carlton going to get back together? I'll wait till I get to my predictions. So then Lisa says that, oh no, yeah, I already said all that. So Uncle Phil telling Viv how proud he is of her, giving her kudos, commending her, but also telling her that while she's out here trying to help out these other artists and stuff, that she need to also take, like, be looking out for herself in a sense. That's what he ultimately says. So I'm like, yeah, give your wife that boss talk, that pep talk. So Hillary gets the Simply Spike deal. Apparently she gets it, the publicity from her ex at her mom's art event. I guess it worked. So they in the influencer house, her and the influencers, they toast him like, cheers, we did it, whatever. And all this happening, Hillary's texting Jazz endlessly. He not texting back. So it's a little tiff there. So now Uncle Phil telling Viv, like, I finally figured it out what's going on with Jeffrey. So he's showing her this video. He was like, I installed a camera in my office after the situation, I think with Will's dad. I don't remember when he installed the cameras, but he was like, I installed cameras in my office. So he's showing Viv a video of Jeffrey, like, rummaging through Uncle Phil's office, and Bill was like, what is he looking for? And Phil was like, well, he's looking for information on his son. And he was like, we can't let him get that. So now I'm wondering, like, what did Jeffrey do that he can't see his son? Because this is the second time Uncle Phil done said to Jeffrey, like, you can't see your son. So I'm like, well, I'm hoping that they get into that. But now I guess we know why Phil I mean, Jeffrey's being super secretive. He probably be out trying to make moves, trying to get to his son. So I'm wondering, like, what that mean. Like, what's going on? What's up with Jeffrey and his son? So the last little scenes, Will. So after what Scout told him about leagues and stuff, liking people who have academic situations and stuff. So Will, he goes on the internet. He's looking up the Founders Award, seeing what it's about and things like that. And Carlton, he holding the drugs in his hand that he got from Connor that I thought he flushed earlier in the episode. He must have just flushed the toilet for no reason. Or actually did use the bathroom. I don't know, whatever. But he flushed the toilet, so they made it seem like he flushed the drugs. But apparently he didn't, because in this part, he's holding the drugs. And he just standing there contemplating, is he going to take him on that? So I'm like, oh, we about to get season 1 Carlton again, where he was so high up and all that and was mad at the world. So that was the end. So I was just like, okay. And like I said, I grade this episode a B-. Ain't too much. They ain't really give us too much. Except for they did give us the information on Jeffrey that we've been wondering about. But yeah, like my predictions, I feel like something gonna happen with Jeffrey and his son. Why are they trying to keep Jeffrey away from his son? I feel like Lisa and Carlton might end up talking, because now Lisa feels like there's no hope with her and Will, because Will talking to Jackie. But I wonder how Will gonna think I wonder what Will gonna think when he found out that Jackie was using him in the beginning to help Scout get him to come to AAU. Now, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Viv in this art show situation, because she got Michael Ealy character who like kind of went behind her back, and then you got the shady what's her name? Fellowship advisor who don't be agreeing with anything that she do or say. So I don't know. Those are my predictions for and I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this, but what if Uncle Phil and that woman start having an affair? I pray that does not happen. But those are my predictions for the next episodes to come. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought in the comments. Grade the episode and comment below what you thought. Also, like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel, because I review other shows too. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.